be like Charlie McCarthy. And,
I'm going to put my hand under your shirt.
And you can make me talk.
Yeah. I'll try to be a ventriloquist. Yeah.
And they'll say, boy, you're really good. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're videotaping.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What do we say? Good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever. Well, I always want to say good morning, but because that's kind of my shtick.
Well, good morning is it.
But
that says it all.
But it's really like, it's 5:36 here.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a different setup.
Yes, we do.
Because we used to have these little stools that we would sit on, like right next to each other. They were at the kitchen table, but Sandy got you these two because they match. She has like
two new chairs, Sandy and Dan did, and I got rid of the stools. So
I said, oh no, we don't have the stools. But you know what? This is even better because we're in front of the sliding glass door. She has a little deck, and then it has more light.
It has more light, yes. They can see.
Go to the light.
Our you know, what's not perfect on us better.
What's not perfect?
Everything is not perfect.
So you're back. Yeah, they've been wondering, and it's just been a heck of a couple weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, but things are looking up. They're looking up.
Like this?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For who? No, they are. So why don't you update them on your situation? Your heart
there's not much. I mean, they put them, I mean, I don't have an answer yet, though.
Not for the heart monitor, but they figured out your blood.
Oh, my blood is finally thin enough. Took them a long time to get it thin.
Because they had to up your medication for that, right?
Yeah, and now, yesterday it was just right. Just like
right.
Goldilocks and the Three
French
Bears.
kiss. Mwah, just right.
Yeah, perfect. And what's the French word for that? We won't go into that. No. They go like that.
Mwah.
I love French words, but
I know.
Anyway, they took the monitor. I only had it on for 24 hours. I only needed it, and but they said it would take 2 weeks. So it's been a week, and so I think soon.
Okay.
And then they might shock me to get my heart to behave.
Shock you. I'll shock you.
My heart to behave.
Do you think if I went up behind you and scared you?
It might work. It might work.
Shock it into place.
It just might. So I haven't found that out yet. And as soon as they find that out, then they can
do what they got to do, huh?
Do whatever. Yeah. Or not.
Or not, yeah. Or you just go the way it is, huh? You just stay on the medication. And have you been feeling better and have more energy?
Yes. I do. I don't get so tired. I do walk without the walker now, which is nice.
And I haven't come in recently to see you like this.
No, you haven't. So it's all looking up, guys. Yeah.
Yep.
It gets better every day.
Every day, it does.
Yeah. So we're good. That's it. That's the update.
That's it? Okay.
All's good.
And Carrington's good, and Frank is good.
I just talked to him today.
And you and Frank started going out on Saturdays again?
Yes, we did.
So things are kind of getting back.
Sort of.
Kind of.
Not quite, but sort of. Yeah, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when the snow flies in the fall and then in the winter, then Frank and I don't go out to eat for all those months.
Because it's too...
We talk on the phone.
Well, he lives like about...
A ways away.
40 minutes away. Yeah. So to drive
in the winter.
And he's 84 now. Which is sad because he used to love to drive. I mean, he loved coming to pick you up.
He did.
Because he liked to get out and drive. So.
He did.
Yeah.
But things change.
That's for sure. That's what we know. Yep.
You can say that and be right on the.
You can take it to the bank.
There you go. Take it to the bank. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And then rob the bank to get money to pay for new brakes. That's what we gotta do.
Well,
but yeah, things
well,
shit happens.
yeah. Well, the medicine is out. Like the reason I have to get my blood thinned is because they want to give me. They have this fantastic medicine that for what? For I
you
forget
were
what
on
it's for.
Eliquis,
Anyway.
and that was $500 a month.
Yeah, the medicine that you don't have to get checked every year. I mean, every month and stuff, and your blood doesn't have to be thin. It's $500 a month,
and that's what they gave her at the hospital before she left. And you didn't even know that you paid for that.
I did pay for it.
No, you did, but you didn't know. Like they just
But my daughter Sandy said, she said, I was going to just pay it. You know, if I run out of money, I run out of. I mean, that's okay.
We'll both be in the van. Then you will be in the van.
Then I'm going to go in the van.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you get by.
Well, now you're on Wellbutrin, and that's a lot.
You make do, and it all turns out okay. But anyway, Sandy is the one that was very upset that it was so much, and so anyway, so that's why they're putting me on the other one. What is it called?
Wellbutrin.
No.
Yeah.
What's it? What is it?
Wellbutrin?
No, that's not it.
Okay.
It begins with a C, I think. Anyway, but you got to get your blood checked every month or every week.
Well, you've been getting it checked like all the time because they've been checking it for
Oh yeah, once they get it thin, and they have.
Then they know the amount to give you.
They just check it once a month or something like that. No, you got to go once a week. I don't know. I've forgotten.
I don't know.
I'll just let the doctors tell me when to come in. And all.
Yeah, Sandy lets you know when.
Sandy will let me know.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He just asked Sandy. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sad. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and talk. I mean, I just run in and run out. I mean, I'm here every day.
Well, yeah. Well, they take turns. See, they do what's fixed in their schedule as far as helping me. So that fits in Sandy's schedule.
But yeah, I mean,
you have a lot of different hours, and she's retired.
Yeah.
Whereas Tracey isn't retired yet.
But I mean, when I come,
what was that?
That was the cup on the thing. Yeah, because I've been meaning I wanted to sit down, and get back to our schedule. But it's just been so hard because then with my brakes going out, and then what else happened? Oh, when I left my keys in the car and I started my job, I have to be there. The truck comes at 4 a.m. tomorrow. So I'll be up and at 'em at like 3:15.
Well, everything's getting good. Yeah, it does. That's the way it goes.
Although I started that new editing software, and I forgot what a process it is. I just went out and took some clips of places around here, and I mean, I'm excited to learn it, but I'll sit there I was at the library today for like 3 hours, and you just immerse yourself, and all of a sudden you look, and and I haven't got my taxes back yet, and I was trying to figure out how to find them because we had to amend Jesse's, remember? Mm-hmm. And I keep, you can put in where's my refund, and they're like, you must have the wrong information because we don't see anything. And I was like, wait, what? But my tax accountant just wrote me today and assured me that they haven't, because they cashed the checks right away because we had to send Jesse's refund back because, it was all a thing. So yeah, haven't got my refund. That's what I was kind of counting on.
Well, you will get it, but...
Yeah.
But you don't
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
What else is going on? I don't know. So you went down for the first time. Was it for the birthdays? They had to get together downstairs?
Oh yeah, I went to the first event. Well, the first one I went to. Yeah, they have lots of events. I missed my one going out to eat. It's called the Lunch Bunch, and they go out once a month. Mm-hmm. And they went to the Log Cabin, which is a really neat place, and they have roasted chicken. So I was looking forward to that, but I missed that because that's when I got my heart monitor.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to see where now at the first of the month they'll put a flyer out to everybody and tell you when the next one is and where it is, and so I'm definitely going to that one.
They have free donuts on Fridays,
And
huh?
they have free donuts on Friday, between 9 and 10 or 8 and 10 or somewhere along
I
there.
think I might move in.
And yes, why not?
Why not?
And
Yep.
so I thought I'd try the donut one on Friday, and I can go to exercise classes if I
Oh yeah, they
want.
have exercise classes. But what you say, like one thing at a time, like they do ankles one time.
Well,
do, like,
we're
knees.
old here. Yeah,
Oh,
they do parts of your body. One day they do feet,
Yeah.
and you move your foot.
Are you gonna run it? Are you gonna be up front and do this and you do this?
I have to buy an outfit to wear.
Oh, it's like Jane Fonda with the
yes, like Jane Fonda.
yeah. What she have? The leg warmers and
Yes,
maybe
you got
a
a dress
thong,
for it.
a leotard with the thong up the
Yes,
back. Yep,
yes.
and you have your bandana around like
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John.
And
Let's get physical. Physical.
Picture it.
Picture it.
It's going to be, and then they do feet.
A lot of
and-
90-year-olds dressed in leotards.
Ah, yes, do picture it.
Do picture it.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, anyway, it's but Jane Fonda, she's getting up there,
Oh,
and
she's been pulled in. I saw that she, like a couple years ago, she said, "Oh, I regret having a facelift and I'm not doing anything else." And I saw the new Frankie and Grace or whatever it is. She's been pulled again, I can tell you.
oh, is that still
Yes.
on?
It was the last season.
Oh.
Yeah. It was good, but yeah.
I love both of those. I mean, Jane Fonda
Lily-
and the
Lily
one with the
Tomlin,
long
yeah.
curly hair.
Lily Tomlin, yeah, she's
She-
hilarious.
They're both
yeah.
great. They're
Yeah.
great. They make me laugh.
Yeah, they were
make me
good
laugh.
together. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
two guys too, Martin Sheen and I can't remember the
Yeah.
other one's name, but yeah, that's hilarious.
And well, that's her career, her face.
Well, and that's it. But it's just so obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
she's like, what, 85, 80?
Well, she's younger than me,
Okay.
I think.
Well, and
I
I mean,
think, maybe
I'm all
not.
for whatever makes you feel good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all for whatever makes you feel good. But,
But you can overdo it.
right. And that's where it's gone to, like a Joan Rivers kind of thing.
And that was a Joan Rivers.
But it's her face. She can do what she wants. And
But I think that's it. You just go so far and then, stop.
what?
And then
I mean,
stop.
it's like there was no
There's
skin
no
left.
stretch.
It's like in a wind tunnel or something.
Yeah.
Should we get facelifts, Mom? Maybe they'll give us one for two?
One
for
two.
one.
A
A
special?
special.
I don't know.
Um,
We'll see.
we'll see.
If
At
maybe
93?
if it would make a good video, yeah.
Do it. Well, I like that attitude. Would you go to the clothes optional place with me?
I might.
Really?
I don't mean I'd be clothes optional. I mean, I don't mean I would be without my clothes, but I
You'd
would
have
go-
to if you went to the
No, you don't. Do you? I thought it was optional.
well, it's optional unless you're by the pool.
Oh.
Then it's not an
if
option.
you want to go in the water. Yeah.
And I looked up some, and there's some kind of close to here, like an hour away or
Well,
so.
I would be willing to try it.
And if
I would.
if
I
life
would.
ever calms down a bit, and but I am going to stay in a yurt.
What's that?
So a yurt is like it's like I don't know, it's like is it an octagon like shaped tent kind of?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go stay there for 2 nights. You could only get it the least you could sign up for was 2 nights, and I'm going during the week, so it was less money.
But what is the idea of it?
It's just cool. It's just
just
something
cool.
different. It's a tent, but it's already up,
Oh.
and then
oh.
it's on this farm, so you can they can show you around and stuff like that.
Oh, I
so-
see. And you see things, and maybe do they sing songs and stuff at night around around a campfire?
I'll be doing that all by myself. My yurt, I'm all alone in the yurt. But it did say, so that once I signed up for it, they send you back like a confirmation saying, okay, we got your thing.
Yeah.
And then they send a note talking about, well, you know, bears in Minnesota. So here, you want to read the DNR thing for how to deal with bears. I'm like, oh.
No,
I'm gonna have
bears. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get some bear spray.
yeah. Well, speaking of that, did I tell you that Sandy and Dan had a bear in the yard?
No, don't tell me that.
And
it's the one thing I'm afraid of. Like when I was at the close optional, because I was by myself going back in these woods, and I asked her, I'm like, do you have bears? And she goes, never saw a bear. She goes, but snakes. I'm like, okay, I don't like snakes either. But I had my snake stick, so I was fine. But
well, because you have to go up a really winding hill to
but
get
where is
up.
a bear coming into Delwood?
Well, but they have a lot of wilderness around their house.
But not bear country. I mean,
But I used to always, sometimes two times a day, walk up and down that hill. I often thought, what would I do if a bear came out? And
what would you do?
Well, you read.
Bear, hi bear.
No, you just don't do anything.
We'd probably be crapping your pants at that point.
You can do that, but the thing is, you have to just be quiet. Now, I don't know if that's.
Oh, can you imagine trying to be quiet when a bear's like coming and sniffing you?
No, I
Oh,
can't.
hi bear.
I can't. You play dead. Is what you do.
I'd faint. It wouldn't be a problem. I cannot believe when now
But
that
they actually did, and they called. It went away right away, of course, but they called and reported it, though. You know.
I mean, and yeah, they live in like some woods, but there's houses next to them. But I mean, not too close. But it's not that. It's not like a forest there. They live in suburbia.
Well, I know. While I was living there, it was like 14 years, 15 years, we saw little foxes, but they won't hurt you. They're little. They're pretty.
You're a fox.
They're red.
Remember people
Foxy?
used to say that? Yeah, hey, you're a fox. I remember when in grade school people, hey, you're a fox. Like, oh, okay.
But have you ever, foxes are really little.
They
I
look
never
like dogs.
realized how little they were.
They're mean though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't argue with a fox. I don't think.
See, now I'm afraid to go to Sandy and Dan's because the bears are going to come.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
You'll have to ask them about it. I don't remember the whole story. It was a few weeks ago. Yeah, just a few weeks ago.
That's interesting.
Well, he probably was roaming around. Went to the other houses.
Well, you think, and it's been so hot, and it's supposed to be in the 80s all next week. All next week. It's supposed to be in the 80s. I've been wanting to do another makeup video. I was going to start doing them weekly because I like doing them, but there's no way I could sit in the van sweating trying to put makeup on.
No, that wouldn't work.
No, that wouldn't work. No, that wouldn't be a good video.
No.
Do you think?
Well, it's going to be July in a few days, and July is usually the hot month, the really hot month.
Well, and the thing is, in Minnesota, 80s is nice, but it's so humid here. So if there's no breeze, like last night, it was nice outside, but there was no breeze. So when you're in the van, the van warms up during the day.
Yeah.
And then, it was just stifling in there. Like, because there was no movement. And I have a fan and stuff, but it just feels like it blows the hot air around.
Yeah. Well, when you were traveling with your van, you didn't run in any of that really hot humidity.
Trying to think maybe a couple times, but it was mostly cold when I was down there.
I don't remember
it was
you saying.
windy.
Oh, yeah,
pretty much the whole trip. And it was so cold that it was freezing. It was like 30 degrees. And I remember waking up and sometimes my computer, it would like say it got too cold. And then I tried to like hold it or rub it in the blankets and yeah. So it was cold. It's funny how
So
you
you didn't run into the really a lot of humidity.
not humidity. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there's hot weather and then there's humid hot like it is here.
Well, that's Minnesota for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you forget, and then I saw something with snow on it last night, like some movie or something. Well, and that's no better. Like when it's so hot, you're like, oh, that looks like it would be good, but driving in the snow, nope, no, thank you.
So, what exciting things have happened now this week? Not much, right?
No, it's just been so.
I mean, your breaks. That's not exciting, though.
No,
That's
and we
not
still.
What
We never got the right side off. We literally from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tried to figure out how to get those, whatever they were, off for the right side.
Yeah.
He had map gas. He had everything. We went and bought like different vices and stuff like that. And then so Sunday, we did the left side, and that came off easy. But then I realized it was metal on metal.
Are you still waiting for a part now?
No, but now I have to buy a caliper rebuild kit or something like that. So, because, from that side, I was trying to get that off. Now we need that. So that's what we got to do. And I got two new rotors and brakes. And so it drives good now. The right side wasn't as bad, so it's fine. Drives great. But yeah, so we got to get that done.
Yeah.
It's always something, isn't it?
Well, and that's true. It's always something.
But it's just life, right?
Think how boring life would be if there wasn't always something.
Just think how boring it would be.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, like, did you see that video when I started crying?
Yes, I did.
I felt bad, like, I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. It was just a moment, you know.
Well, I think everybody's done that. In that day, things were going wrong, one thing after the other. First, she went and got she was going to get the plasma.
And they kept, like, moving it.
And
they kept moving it. And I'm like,
and they were just, you know, how when they can't find a vein, I mean, it really,
I was getting
they're
frustrated.
frustrated and you're frustrated. And then they wanted to try the other arm. And she said no, and then
no, I was done.
Several things happened in a row, and then the keys. And I would have, I've actually, since I've moved in here, I have, you know, I've had days, and I'm alone, and it's okay when you're alone. You know, it's okay to do that, and it does feel better. And you just sit down and have a good cry. What's wrong with that?
Well, and then that guy drove by and kind of snapped me out of it. Then he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Just feeling sorry for myself for a minute.
Well, it seems when in real emergencies, you don't even think, so you don't have time to cry.
Right.
You know.
Well, and that was it. I was stuck there.
And that's why it's always with small things, you know, that you
because that was it. I was stuck there, and I was like, and then I texted him, and he's like, just wait there. I'll be there in 30 minutes. And, because I was fine. I had my tennis shoes, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just walk to Sandy and Dan's. I was fine. I was not crying. I was just going to go get the keys there. But it was the minute in my head that I remembered I locked the van.
Now, you have that AAA and stuff, don't you?
No, remember I was researching that before I left? Remember you were like, Tracey got it, and I was researching it, and remember I said it didn't like cover a lot of places.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Let me know. I mean, the thing is, if you are traveling, there were like a lot of places it didn't cover you, and I'm like, well, if I'm traveling cross country, I want it to. Why have it? And I do have something through Geico because that's who I have.
Yeah.
So I need to look that up, but I'll figure it out before I leave.
Oh, before you leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and somebody gave the good idea to get one of those magnetic things and put it under your car.
What's that? What's that for?
Put an extra set of keys.
Oh, yeah.
And then you always have it. So.
Yeah.
So that's an easy fix.
Oh, see, I thought you had that. that AAA or whatever.
No, yeah, before I left, I was researching it, and then, I don't know, to me it looked like it didn't cover a lot of places. So, I mean, it doesn't cover all 50 states, or it doesn't...
That is interesting.
Yeah.
It should. It should. A good one should. Yeah.
Well, it's just a 1, AAA. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, let me know
Yeah.
if you have AAA. Does it cover if you travel? If you're in certain states? I don't know. Yeah. But anyway,
It all worked out, and that's the important thing.
It all worked out. Yep.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, your house is pretty much put together now.
I'm all set. And then Sandy and Nan surprised me with these
Chairs.
checkered chairs.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, they got me 4, but 4 won't fit.
Yeah.
My place is too small.
Oh, and we were going to say, too, somebody suggested, because you have all of your paintings up now.
I have them all up, yeah.
How many did Danny count?
It was
90?
close to 100.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
93 or something
Close to
like that.
100, yeah.
And somebody said
Oh,
we should give like a tour of the paintings. So let me know if you'd like that, and we can. And then when you're gone, I'll have an auction.
yes. Yes, you can. They're hers when I'm gone. Yeah. I don't think anybody else wants them anyway.
So we'll auction them up. But yeah, they're all hanging up. So
Yeah.
we can show you some of them, and maybe you can show us some of your favorite ones.
Yeah. They're all my babies.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to hang them all. And yeah, I created them. So they're
You have
mine.
to come with, like,
They're
giving
mine.
birth, like
Yeah.
me.
No,
Am I your baby?
it wasn't like giving birth.
You created me. Yeah.
Yes, she
I'm your
was
baby.
a lazy baby. That's what the doctor said. She didn't want to come out. I think I mentioned this before on one of your videos. So I'm being redundant.
I'm surprised because I'm the furthest probably from lazy. I mean, not saying, but if I need to do something, like, I'm like that, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just getting out and getting started.
Yeah.
Can't I just lay here? I know what life's going to be like, so maybe I just want to stay in here for a little more.
I don't know. I don't know. You were kind of comfy. Yeah. But, yeah. No, I had a thought I was going to say something, and now I forgot what it was. Don't you hate that?
I had
when
a
you do
thought.
that? I did. I had a thought. I was going to say something about something.
Wow, you're so
Does
wise.
that give you a clue?
I had a
guys?
thought
Yeah.
about something.
Anyway, yeah. But the pictures, you know, when you do them, you know, you get attached to them. And it took me 20 years to do all those. That's when I became an artist. When my husband had a stroke and we moved to a townhome, and we were together all the time, and I loved that, and we had fun. I mean, I drove, he couldn't drive, but he couldn't be left alone, and so we were always together. And so that's when I started painting, because he had to rest a lot at the same time. So
Well, you started painting back when I was in high school. You painted all of us.
That was just, but yeah, I worked with oils then. We had a cabin, and that's what I do at the cabin. But I'd never painted before back then, and this was, and I picked the wrong medium, I think. I worked with oil, and it's hard to clean up, and you know, you have to let it dry, and there were a lot of things that but I'm not, I don't know that much about oil. I mean, sure, anyone who paints, and oil is always good because it lasts, I think.
Right.
But so then I stopped, and then I think I painted all of you kids. I don't even know where those pictures are now.
Really?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, the whole family was hanging up downstairs.
No, they're probably.
Well, no, down at Beaumont. We had them all downstairs.
Oh,
hung up.
yeah. But anyway, then after when Dad had a stroke and we moved to the townhome, I had a porch that I made into a four-season, and it was windows, and it was perfect. and I use watercolor then. And I love watercolor. And I don't think it's as permanent. I think it probably fades out with light. I don't know. I try to not.
She lives in the dark here. I come in
because
so
the
dark.
paintings
I'm
are hanging. Light does.
Can we
fade
open
them
the
out.
curtains, please?
But anyway, watercolor is interesting because you never know what you're going to end up with. I mean, sometimes it runs. You can't control it like you
right,
do
like
the
oils,
the others.
mediums.
Acrylic, I guess, is nice, but I never tried acrylic. I'm not one to change. Once I find something, that's not a good habit, because I don't try things new.
If
but
you like it, you like it. I mean,
I started with watercolor and I ended with watercolor.
There you go.
And then the last ones I painted over the years, when my eyesight was starting to go, I would have to use a magnifying glass to get, to paint. And that was kind of interesting too.
I saw a woman last week when I was working at Walgreens, and she was looking for something, and she had her magnifying glass, and she was looking at it, go, "Can I help you with anything?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm looking for some," she was going to a wedding that weekend, and I'd say she was like 80 something, and she just wanted like some tanning lotion, like that self tanner I use.
Yeah, I know, I like that stuff. Yeah.
And I felt, because she was looking on the top shelf, I go, "Well, yeah, get a fire there." I go, "It's on the very bottom." "Oh, hi, Livy." And I said, "You don't have to get down." Like, I had to literally sit on the floor. And then she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so sweet, you're so nice." But I could feel, like I said, when I saw her using the magnifying glass, I'm sure that's exactly why, because she has macular degeneration. Because she was putting it right up to the to the things, and she would have never found it because it was on the very bottom.
Honey, I'm gonna see if I can get Livy. Livy, come.
Livy,
come here.
come here.
Come on.
Come on. Make your debut.
Come on. She doesn't know the camera's there.
Come on, Livy.
Up.
Come on. Oh,
Oh, they never do what
no,
you
they
want.
never when you want them to.
They're like
Here, Liz.
little kids. They're never cute.
Yeah.
They don't do the cute
When you
stuff
want
when
them
you want them
to
to.
be. Right, then they do something you
Come
don't
on,
want
Livy.
them to do when they're
Come
on
on.
camera.
Come on.
Oh, she isn't. She's just rubbing against the...
Come on.
Oh,
She
now
knows
she's-
I'm
yeah.
watching. Yeah.
Now that you want her to. Oh, there she is.
Come on, baby
There
girl.
she is.
Now she won't come so the camera can
Well, you
get
can
a
see her
picture
tail.
of her.
They can just see her tail.
Come on,
Livy.
baby girl.
Livy.
Oh, well, at least I got her to come
Well,
up on
okay.
my lap.
At
But
least you
she's-
know it's really a cat. You saw her
pretty-
tail.
She's a pretty white cat.
She is.
Yeah. You're a pretty white cat.
Livy, do you want to show yourself?
Beautiful face.
Livy.
Oh, now
Oh, now
she's gonna
she's-
run
yeah.
away. Yeah.
She's,
Okay. we'll
she's
leave her
camera
alone.
shy.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's still sitting on you.
She's still sitting on me, but
Yeah.
she likes to sit
Yeah.
on me. Yeah. Oh, and people have been asking me, not a lot of people have been asking me.
Yes.
But some mention, what am I reading now? And so I'm always reading. And I finished a book on parallel universes. It's very interesting, guys. And now I think the name of the book is Parallel Universe. I can't remember who wrote it down though. But and then I just got another book and finished it, and it's about all of the quantum theory aspects. And I tell you, years from now, it is going to be so fantastic. I don't know if Tracey is really, do you think? I mean, I talked to Sandy and her face just shuts down. She doesn't believe this.
Well, I don't read much about it.
I mean, I
but-
don't know about you. I know Sandy is she's not into that. She doesn't even want to think about stuff like that.
Mhm.
So,
Well, because Sandy's so black and white, she's an accountant. So she's just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's all
she's
numbers.
very-
It's all black and white.
she's
yeah.
very left-minded. Is that left-minded?
I don't know.
Anyway, but just so you know,
Just so, yeah,
It's-
people, yeah.
well, I didn't even, it was, actually quantum theory was discovered back probably around 1929, about the year I was born.
Mhm.
I mean, they found it, and then it's crazy. Like I say, I mean, it's just
So explain to
crazy.
people
it doesn't
that-
follow any rules.
Explain to people what is quantum physics that don't know.
Well, I
Or
don't
quantum
know how
theory.
to explain it. It's weird. That's where all this stuff is coming from. These techie things and everything. But the what I wanted to mention, and it says all of the things that will happen. They know that, and time travel. Actually,
No, we
I'm
were
not
talking.
facts. I'm not crazy.
We were talking about this. Remember Dr. Spock, where like he went into particles, and then
And do you remember?
I hope so. Then I wouldn't have to
do you
drive in the
remember
van.
Back to the Future?
Yeah.
With that
Yeah,
young
yeah.
act, he was just a
Yeah.
real young actor then, and they got stuck back in time and stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, maybe not for us folks,
Yeah.
but eventually.
Way in the future afterwards.
So I won't
Yeah.
talk about that anymore because you're probably all. I mean, a lot. I know Sandy would be turned off completely by now. So
No,
anyway.
it's at least you
But
keep your
it's
mind.
what I'm reading.
You
It's
keep your
what I'm
mind
reading.
working, yeah.
Yeah, it's what I'm reading. That's it.
All right, well, it's 36 minutes. Can you believe? Yeah, today was kind of low key. I'm exhausted.
I know she's been through a lot this last few weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Uh,
heat and
And I got to get
all
up
that
at,
stuff.
I got to be to work by 4 a.m. So,
Yeah.
so we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, hopefully, I don't know, next week we can do it again. Hopefully we'll get into some kind of schedule. I don't need, it's like weird because it just whatever happens each week. You never know,
Yeah.
you know?
Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know.
Okay, so what do we say?
We say.
Go out. Oh, yeah. and make an
and
adventure.
Make an adventure.
No matter how big or how
small.
small. You don't have to sell a van or sell everything and move into a van. Because why?
She did.
I did that. Yes. And I'm still living in a van. Yes. Even in 90-degree heat, 100-degree heat. Let's see. Go call someone you love. And as Joy says, tell
them that you love them.
Yeah. And what's the most important thing?
Don't forget your magic.
Don't forget your magic. Somebody said, I don't feel like I'm magic. And I said, but you don't have to. You just are magic.
You are, and
Yeah.
that's so true.
Yep. So, there you go. Well, we're kind of sideways. Okay. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Okay. See you in the next one.